I don't want her to see me falling apart. And I understand it. I understand how it can happen, Shannon, when you may not have a foundation at home. Correct. When you may not have that man at home.
Okay, guys. So if you are not aware, comedian, actress Monique was on Club Shay Shay, I believe. I'm not sure exactly when she was on, but I know that the episode was aired yesterday. And in this interview, I mean, Monique talked about a lot of things. It was what I thought was very, very similar to the Cat Williams interview, just talking about their experiences in Hollywood and stuff like that. But when I personally watched the interview, there were some things that Monique said that I could not let pass me by. Okay, Monique has, faced a lot of backlash. She talked about the bonnet situation and how, she was just talking about Black women in particular protecting their image, not just rolling out of the bed, actually presenting yourself at your best, no matter where it is that you're going, just, again, representing the community in a certain light. And then, she talked about Taraji P. Henson. She talked about Tiffany Haddish. And what I want to say is that so often within the, I have to say it's a feminist movement thing. It's really at every community, but very often we see, especially within the Black community, there are so many women who are taught that, you don't need no man, you could do better by yourself, and that, being a boss chick is the ultimate goal, right? Like, you don't have to aspire for a husband or being a mother or a family structure, as long as you are getting to the bag and you are able to, buy all the things, to keep up with the Joneses. You have the Chanel, the Gucci, the this, your career is what is going to keep you warm at night. This is the narrative that is being strongly pushed. And, within this interview, Monique was very, very adamant on saying, just like this clip right here that I shared, that, she talked about in particular Taraji P. Henson going on tour with the whole Color Purple movie, which, in my personal opinion, when it comes to the narrative of the movie, The Color Purple in general, it paints a certain narrative within the community that is painting maybe 20% of people's truths and not the entirety of the truth during that time. That is something that I definitely do not agree with. It perpetuates the idea that, men are the worst things on earth, that they treat women bad, that, that they're going to harm you in some kind of way. There is no love. There is no confidant relationship within a Black woman and a Black man. There's no balance. There's no peace. There's no love. None of that. Anyway, okay. As we've seen, Taraji P. Henson has gone on tour often, and, she's always kind of seemed overwhelmed, or maybe she gets really emotional talking about the things that they endure when it comes to pay and when it comes to, fighting for your rights as an actress and, trying to set the bar higher so that, the people who are coming underneath you can experience better treatment. Okay? Monique, as again, like I just played in this clip, she was saying that I don't want the younger women who are behind me to see me falling apart. And the very intricate words that she stated right after that sentence, she said, I do not want the younger women, that are coming after me to fall apart, comma, but I understand what you could be going through, especially if you do not have a man at home in your corner supporting you. To me, that alone was a word. Like, to me, that alone spoke volumes. There was also a part where she talked about Tiffany Haddish, and I guess Tiffany Haddish had said something derogatory against her husband at some point. And Monique was saying, well, maybe, if you had a husband like mine, maybe you wouldn't have had, DUIs. Maybe you wouldn't be, going through all this turmoil that you're going through. Maybe you wouldn't always be in the media. Maybe you wouldn't always have the certain problems. And I wanted to highlight this because I think that it is very important that women who are looking up to these women who are, in high regard financially in Hollywood, winning all these awards, that let me just say something, okay? I know people gonna say, oh, you pick me and this and that. Oh, so I'm supposed to just, put all my heart and trust in a man and stuff like that. You see, when you are a woman and you have a man in your corner as your leadership, as your guide, as your support system, regardless of how it may or may not look to anybody else on the outside, that is something that all your checks from the bank that you get from whatever boss, chick, entity, job, or career that you are pursuing, you can never buy. A lot of times when we talk about, women and relationships and all of these things, a lot of these women, I want a man that's going to protect and provide. I want a man that's going to protect and provide for me. But do you realize that protection and provision does not only come in the aspect of, a man has to protect you against violent acts, or provision means that he has to, pay all your bills. Realistically, if we want to be honest, it's so funny how, we have been taught that the woman is really the backbone of the community, or the woman is like the pillar of the community. And the truth is that the woman is at the center, yes. The woman is the one that is supposed to be, if she is in her right nature. Okay? Because a lot of women right now are completely off balance. They're trying to be the woman of the family, but operating within their masculinity, so they're actually confused. Then they're not understanding why there's so much chaos around them, because the balance is off. You're not in your true nature. You're not operating how you were created to operate. That's a conversation for a very different day. However, we say that the woman is the forefront and she's the most significant and she is the backbone and she is the pillar. And is she vital? Yes. But you see, that structure that men provide, again, that protection that men provide, that provision that men provide is intangible. It cannot be duplicated. It cannot be replicated. For example, if a woman sees, if people see a woman, whether it's a single woman or a woman, a single mother or whatever, you are literally outside. You are prey. Not everybody thinks just to men, not just to men, to anybody. You look vulnerable. You look easily manipulative. Oh, we could easily manipulate her. Oh, we could just run circles around her. All we got to do is outsmart her, because she does not have that logical counsel that is going to cause her to look deep into things. We could just say whatever we want to, because, ain't nobody going to support her. Ain't nobody even going to know. All she got around her is a whole bunch of yes men that are her homegirls that is going to say whatever and go with their feelings and their emotions. So what we can do is we can play on her feelings and her emotions, since she does not have the logic standing beside her. It's easy. A lot of these women, again, they're chasing this boss chick narrative and this, I got to have this and I got to have that. And I don't need no man. All I need is my money, because, at least I don't got to worry about nobody's son, cheating on me. But as we can see over and over and over again, some of the most successful women that we see are single. Not only are they single, they are convincing other women to be single because they are miserable. They're crying, they're depressed, they're lonely, they're unfulfilled. Let's talk about it. We have to be honest. A lot of people aren't willing to go to the extent to have these in-depth conversations because it's not the norm. Because, there's going to be a whole bunch of other women saying, oh, she just a pick me. Oh, you just trying to appease to the male gaze, and you just trying to, I'm being real though. And I think that a lot of women don't understand or respect the fact that there is women who are calling things out because we don't want to see you alone. We actually don't want to see you miserable. I'm saying we, but I have to speak for myself personally. I don't want to see you twiddling your thumbs, crying at night to the pillow. Because there's nobody there that's going to hold you or console you or support you, because everybody told you that you're supposed to be chasing all of these different goals and things, and it's still not enough for you. Money can't hold you. Money can't speak life into you when you are on, when you're going through it. Money can't motivate you in the aspect that it can cause you to do work so that you can get more money. However, it cannot, again, speak life and say, yes, you can do this. Yes, you are good enough. Yes, you are strong. Okay, you don't have to think by yourself. You don't have to burst your brain and sit there and women are just naturally chaotic. Just by nature. Doing a whole bunch of things. Their brain just going, 100 miles per hour a minute. Thinking about this, trying to multitask. That structure that men provide, they say, okay, hold on. Let's calm down for a second. Like, first of all, calm down. Okay, let's prioritize things. What's your goal? Okay, let me use, the man is saying, let me use my natural logical brain that I was created with and help you compartmentalize the things that you need to do and lead you properly so that you can function instead of with stress, with structure. If the man was so not important, or we didn't need a man and men were so irrelevant and stuff like that, why would there be such a strong push for everybody to decenter men? Because we're in a space now where wrong is right, right is wrong, bad is good, good is bad. The truth, the truth is wrong if you tell it. It's better if you lie. So in this space, why is there also this rise of decentering men? Because if there is a family community, if there is a man with a woman, I'm talking about only, man and woman relationships. I'm not talking about nothing else. If there is a man and a woman in that perfect balance between the two, that alpha omega vibration that's connecting to one another, that's something that nobody can infiltrate. You're not going to be easily manipulated. You're not going to be easily conquered. We can't sway your mind to allow certain things that should not be allowed. We can't sway your mind to do all of these other things to fulfill the narrative of pushing away the family structure. Who do we see in most of the self-development relationship sectors of these YouTube channels or all these platforms? It's men. It's men. And you want to tell me that they're not the backbone of the community? You want to tell me that they have no significance when it comes to community and family structure? Where do we see all the women at? On pages of how to manipulate men to get what they want. On pages of women who are selfish and telling them how to be selfish. On women being, boss chicks. You see women inflating other women's ego. Just fanning their flame. And if a man comes around, oh, he doing too much. Oh, he asking for too much. I don't know why because these men, I promise, these men be doing too much. I think that, when Taraji and both Tiffany Haddish were both catching strays, as much as people talk about, and again, whenever I have these conversations, I am not saying that everything in this interview that she did, I know to be true, I don't know to be true, or this and that. It is more than just the interview. right? When I'm talking from this stance, I'm talking of a very specific segment that she said. And the reason why she's saying that is because she's saying that she has been in similar situations. And the reason why she was able to keep her sanity intact was because of her leadership. Was because of her man. And listen, people can say whatever they want about Monique, okay? Growing up, I was, not necessarily a fan of like the queens of comedy and stuff like that. Obviously, I was very young. It was very raunchy to me. As I got older, I try to watch those things. It doesn't really resonate with me. I think it's very vulgar. But did I grow up watching Hypocrisy? I did. We all know. But when it comes to the way that she speaks about her relationship, regardless of all the, intricate dynamics of the people who are going to say, oh, but she does this. Well, they do this. Or, she lets him. I don't care. The esteem and the respect that she has for her husband, I love it. And I think that people try to cow her down for it because they're intimidated by it. That's my opinion. They're like, oh, how dare you? Who you think he is? You the one that's a star. You the one that's the this. You the one. So why are you bowing to him? You don't know what he provides for her. You don't know the leadership that he has done for her. You don't know how he directs her. I remember that, Monique did an interview a couple years ago when I saw it. And, she went all the way deep into the fact that she was saying that even, when she got into a relationship with him, that she was so used to being the breadwinner in other relationships that, whoever she was with, they just basically bowed down to her. She made point, and she even made mention of it here in the Club Shay Shay interview, that when she was with her husband, she used to sit at the head of the table. Like, yeah, this is my house. This is my table. This is my money. This is my... And she said that she had to learn, and she realized that not because I'm the breadwinner means that I'm the leader of the household. That don't mean nothing. The amount of things that she said that this man has taught her and provided for her, people bash her. They say whatever they want to say. But a lot of women don't even have an ounce of the humility that Monique have in her pinky. And because they don't have that, again, in regards to her relationship, not talking about nothing else. Because they don't have that, they can't fathom why you would speak about a man in this regard. To the women who are always talking about, y'all support these men if you want to. Y'all say this stuff about men if you want to. Y'all could do all this stuff if you want to, because these men, they only going to disappoint you. They only going to cheat. They only going to lie. They only going to do this. That says more to me about you and your choosing. Just say you never had a good man. Just say that. While you bashing everybody else out here, just say that you have never experienced a real leader in your life. And for whatever reason. Sometimes you get a man that's a great leader and you break him down until he don't want to lead nothing no more. Because you want to be the leader. Sometimes your picker is broken. You have all the red flags. You got red flags, flashing red lights. You got all the work saying, no, girl, no, this is not the guy. And you be like, but I love him. And then complain, oh, you see, I can't trust these men. Ma'am, the red flags have been there. She also said in this interview, she said, for black women who always talk about, we're undervalued, we're underappreciated, we're the least respected, we're the least this, we're the least that. Why is it that you are upset with a woman who has a man in her corner? Who has somebody who values her, who respects her, who leads her, who guides her? Why does it infuriate you so much? You say they don't have it? Okay, she has it. You mad at it. You condemn it. You find fault with everything. You mad at she call him daddy. You mad at everything. When I did the reaction to Jay-Z's Grammy speech, There was so many people. And again, it's not about his whole speech. It's not about anything. It's about, him standing in the gap, and he's saying something about music in general. But then he referenced his wife, and all the same women who bashed him when she did a whole, birthday. Oh, I love you. I respect you. You taught me what it is to be a woman. Women were so angry about it. Those same women are singing a different tune. Oh yeah, he's good. He's this. He's that. Oh, I need me a Jay-Z. All of a sudden. And why? Because as soon as women's, awe or feelings or emotions, or as soon as a woman is pedestalized, that's only when they respect the relationship. When men are beneath women, that is the only time that women appreciate the men. Oh, he's a good guy. Oh, he bows to you? Yeah, he's a good guy. Oh, he makes himself smaller for you? Yeah, he's a good guy. Oh, his ego is gone? Perfect. He's a perfect match for you, sis. That's why they force the narrative. Oh, if he got to be a stepdaddy, he got to take care of my kids. He got to. Oh yeah, that makes him a good guy. Once a man knows his worth too much, and the woman also agrees that that man is worth everything. He's a king. Oh gosh. That's fighting words. What you mean your husband is a king? Why you let him say that? Oh no, because if my man ever came, I gotta humble him. I'm the one. I'm the neck. Girl, hush. Be quiet. What you mean you the neck? They heard that's so corny, because people heard that said in one movie. I think it was My Big Fat Greek Wedding years ago. The woman said, my husband's the head and I'm the neck. And people heard that one time and they've been running with it. It's corny. Oh, because he can't do nothing without They love the control. But all the control, all the boss chick, all chasing a bag, decentering men, doing all of these things. When we look and we see the caliber of women nowadays who are following all of these narratives, I have not seen one that is happy. I have not seen one that's in a successful relationship. I have not seen anybody that's living a life that I say, oh yeah, that looks admirable. Haven't seen it. This is my opinion, y'all. Okay? And again, why do I have these conversations? There's so many women. Oh, you don't like women. I'm a woman. I love women. I love being a woman. Oh, all you do is point out the negative. Yeah, so we can do better. When the majority of women are starting to do better, then we can start to venture off and have deeper conversations on different things. But right now, from what I see, stuff is so bad, we got to keep talking about this stuff over and over again, because I just see it getting worse. We're just now getting to a point where, other women who may have been on the scale tilted and may have had different thoughts are starting to say, okay, y'all getting on my nerve now. Now I see what the men are talking about. So we're making a little leeway now. But we have a lot more to go. Again, I want to see a lot more women happier. Genuinely. Do the inner work. Work on the things that you got to work on. Don't always point the blame and say, oh, it's the men because no, sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you got an attitude problem. Sometimes you're miserable. You're egotistical. You're masculine. You're rude. You're disrespectful. You got an attitude problem. I want to see better. I want to see better relationships. I want to see the two coming together. I want to see the love, the admiration, the respect for one another. I do want to see that. Because if not, I would just know what I know, not be giving out no conversations, and just live my own life. There's so many women who come into my DM and they're saying, you know what, Rivah, like, I gotta be real. I could not stand you at first. They tell me straight up, I could not stand you. I heard my man listen to you. I was trying to figure out who he listening to. I could not stand you. I went on my own and I started listening to your videos just to see what all the hype was about, and I get it. And now I think twice before I say certain things. Now I have your voice replaying in my head, and so when the argument is going to go there, I just shut up. Now I understand his point of view. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.